Luke, what is going on?
Hey, good afternoon. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah, you've got a lot going on lately, all the way up to the moment where we're getting on this call. You've been a busy dude lately, haven't you?
Yeah, busy's good. It keeps me out of trouble. But yeah, a lot of different things happening. A lot of good things.
I've been following you. So for folks who don't know who you are, I mean, you're a real estate broker, investor, heavily invested currently. I mean, you've done fix and flips and wholesaling, rentals and stuff, and now largely into storage units. Can you give folks a little background of who Luke Wong is and your real estate journey up until I guess up until December?
Sure. So, born in Jamaica, grew up in Florida, grew up around real estate, my family. Moved to Houston, where I'm at now, currently 2001. Worked with my uncle doing land acquisitions. He's a residential subdivision developer. Did that for like 10 years. And then I started flipping houses with my father, mainly in the Maryland area where I used to live. And did that till about 2015. Enjoyed that. The sales price of those homes were around 500,000. Then I got sick, was in the hospital for a few months. The oil prices and market was a little bit down in 2015. So the real estate market, at least in that area, that price range, felt a little bit of a hiccup. So when I took about a year off, health issues. So then when I came back, 2 floods had happened in that area. The market was a little bit different. So I started wholesaling. And then I grew that wholesaling operation to about 7 people with a partner, and did that from 2017 up until actually 2018 till just so I sold it end of last year, end of 2020.
Yeah. Your brokerage.
My wholesaling operation.
Okay. So that's the wholesaling operation. That's not the brokerage yet.
Correct. So, but I was the broker of record also.
Mm-hmm.
So, the whole IRE properties went with the sale.
Yeah.
So they have the broker, and then the whole wholesaling operation. So, I mean, we still support each other. I mean, I still, I'm glad to refer them and help them out any way I can. About 2018, I started getting involved in commercial deals and passively investing in commercial deals, trying to figure out which asset of class of commercial I wanted to focus on. So I started off with investing in a storage unit, a shopping center, and an apartment complex, and knew I wanted to focus on one because I didn't want to spread myself too thin. And storage is the one that I decided to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
So everything kind of came about at the right time. It's opening a new chapter in my life and going from the wholesaling and more into commercial. So I'm owner and co-owner in probably about 1,200 units of storage
Nice.
storage doors. And I really want to grow that sector, and I'm enjoying it. It's new and exciting for me, and just meeting a bunch of new people and neat people, and so things are changing.
That's amazing. So you've taken the approach like a lot of other investors where you're out there hustling, doing active income, flipping, wholesaling. Now, and for agents doing the retail side, they're out there working with clients, doing commission, very active income. But you've transitioned over the time, and it seems like it was a pretty hard transition to passive investments, buying cash flow, essentially. Building your wealth, building your passive income. And that's the journey. And that seems to be the sole or the primary focus at this point. Is that right?
Yes, that's the primary focus, and more of the long game. I'll still do wholesaling and buy small properties and flip it, for cash flow sake. But the main goal is to just grow that storage holdings and grow that bigger and bigger, where it does become more passive more and more, in addition to some other endeavors that I'm doing also. So
yeah. So yeah, you get this brokerage, and you're a broker of record. Decide to sell. What was kind of the decision point, other than just the moving into, and maybe that's solely it, moving into commercial and your passive investments. Any other decision points outside of that?
So they all kind of tie into each other, and then I guess we'll get the big announcement going too, because at the same time everything kind of fit into place, where I'm transitioning from the wholesaling business now into a commercial space. I had some retail agents under me, and even though that wasn't my main focus, was growing like a big retail office, but it did complement the wholesaling operation. And it was just it kind of just grew itself, actually. So when I was getting ready to sell IRE, I wanted to make sure that they could take it over and run with it, and run with the name and the whole operation. Then I was gonna I still want to keep my broker's license and keep it active and keep it going, but not necessarily in the same format that I was doing before. So that's when I've been talking to you and Brent for the last several months, for a while now, and seen you guys with EXP, and we've always kept in touch. And so it was just the right time to make that move. And proud to say and excited to say that I joined your team. So eXp Realty is I'm now a part of eXp Realty, and the way it fits, it's being a broker, you're responsible for everything and everyone and so forth. And with eXp, I'm like more of a broker associate, so there's a broker of record. That responsibility and liability on my shoulders is not as great, and just the expansive opportunities with a network of people to meet and people to help, grow the EXP family, different ways, whether it be through growing the team, growing the retail sales. You guys, I just saw you guys had a stock split, so the technology is amazing. They have a commercial division, so I'm excited about tapping into that, and just the network around the whole U.S. and is it worldwide? It's more
it's just crazy. Like you go into a pandemic, and we went into 7 other countries or so last year. They announced 4 others for this quarter. So your thought process, it's something I had early on, not as a broker, just as an individual agent. You're in a different position, so you had a different take on it. My thought process was, here's an opportunity that for the first time ever, the individual agent now has all the financial benefits that used to be only afforded to the broker owner. Mm-hmm. Now the individual agent has that. They can earn equity and they can earn passive income off helping grow the brokerage while growing their business, right?
Sure.
Now, for the broker owner, here's the problem. You're responsible for everything. It's all on you.
Sure.
And if you grow big enough where you've got a couple hundred agents, congrats, you can hire a lot of that stuff out. But you're still responsible, and it's still a headache. And
a lot of time. There's a lot of time involved with managing that many people, which is not for everybody. And
you're still capped, and you're still capped regionally, if not by state, depending on what your situation is, whether you're a franchise or an independent brokerage. And then on top of that, it's a low margin business. It's a low margin business. So the conversations with brokers, and the reason why brokers like you are coming over, is they can get rid of all that headache, all that hassle, partner with basically attach themselves to a rocket ship, continue to do their own business and grow it, and then take advantage of the international resources that never was available to them before. And that's it seems to be that's what really caught your attention. And now you can focus on what you're doing hardcore. You've offloaded a lot of baggage to essentially eXp corporate, and then now like your growth over the next 3 years should be astronomical.
Yeah, just the flexibility and freedom. I mean, there's with like the storage facilities. I mean, I my primary market's here in Texas, within like 3 hours of Houston. But I mean, really, practically, it can be anywhere because it's you buy it where it's size enough where you can hire professional management. So and I know a lot of other people in the industry, and they all spread out through the U.S. So I'm not just focusing here in Houston, only. So it just gives it a lot more flexibility.
Yeah.
And exposure, and the technology and everything's changing, and it looks like they're kind of the pioneers on some of the platforms with the virtual academy room that they have, and I mean,
and the international collaboration too. It's something that a lot of people don't really talk about. So on a local level, here's me and you. Like, we know each other. We've been to events. We talk. We've done a lot of things together over the years. But I mean, you run your business, I run mine, and it's kind of it. But now we have like very good, strong collaboration through the eXp model. You're still going to run your business. I'm going to do mine. And then, but we can also help each other. And there's that extra collaboration that you can do because you fly all over the place. You're in several masterminds. You can do that across the world, but especially throughout the United States as you're going to masterminds or you're looking at storage units in Florida or South Carolina, because everyone's moving there, right?
Sure.
And you're going to be able to leverage, again, the eXp model through that collaboration across state lines, across international borders, and really build an empire that just wasn't available through another model.
Yeah, exactly. Being just a small independent broker, I was really limited in my outreach, outside of Houston. So, man, I'm excited. It frees up my time. It gives me more capability of expanding in different areas, and freedom and opportunity.
Yeah.
And I mean, every day I see something different going on with eXp, and I've, since we've been speaking about eXp for the last several months to a year, I've been watching, who's joining, what's been happening, reading articles and see, how everybody's liking it or not liking it and so forth. And, what I found was was pretty much positive. So, and, it just goes to show you. And also, I meet with some of my friends that or talk to that I haven't seen in a while, and next thing I know, they're eXp, and I'm like, when did you join? And you're eXp. So I mean, there's just a lot of people are moving in that direction, and you're like, wow, I had no idea how many people that I know already that have already moved.
Yeah, and so I've had the approach from the very beginning, playing the long game. So in all like intent and purposes, like, you're early. Like, eXp is actually it's a drop in the bucket. There's 2 million agents in the United States. Some of the big franchises have 150, plus thousand agents. eXp, I mean, we're basically a drop in the bucket. But the growth, like, and this is something that I've had from the very beginning, like playing the long game. Like, they're coming. It may take a little while, but eventually that traction is going to start getting faster and faster and faster. And they're coming. And then on top of that, it's a growing pie. Like, we've got income population growth, which is fueling a lot more real estate needs, which is fueling a lot more agents out there or new folks getting their license. It's a growing pie. And even the National Association of Realtors says, like, I think it's something like 80-something% of transactions 5 years from now will be done by agents that don't have their license today. it's a growing pie.
Yeah, and
playing that long game is just huge. Always being out there, being consistent, being persistent, but also patient at the same time. And that's what, like Brant and I, you were always someone that, in conversations with you, like eventually Luke will be with EXP at some point. It needs to be on the time that makes sense for him.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, because we've been talking about it for quite a while, and it was just never the right time, and now seemed like the right time. So yeah, like everything else, it's really timing. I already knew it was a good platform, and that it was going to fit my personality and situation. So yeah, it was a matter of time, and excited. And the way things are going, a lot of stuff is virtual, and they have been always on top of their technology. So yeah, that's huge.
It's exciting. I mean, no one knew a pandemic was coming, but whenever you've already got that platform, it makes it really, really easy to adapt. So, if anyone wants to reach out to Luke, I know you're definitely very available on social media, and you're always putting out content. Is there any other ways? We've got Luke's website here with EXP. If you're considering partnering with him, here's the good thing. Back to the collaboration is you essentially you get to pick your business partner. It's like picking a business partner, and you can work with that person in their team, and you just get all that added collaboration and cohesion by working with other successful agents and investors that are like you, or that are going or are where you're going, or where you are. So that's
yeah, no, definitely exciting. No, it's exciting. It's exciting times. So yeah, that's my email and a website with EXP. I'm on Facebook a lot. You can DM me. I'm trying to grow the Instagram. I haven't really used that much. This year I'm gonna really pay attention to it. So it's Luke Wong 2000, and then recently, everybody knows that Clubhouse has kind of been taken off for right now. It's for iPhone users, but that's a powerful platform. It's like you can go to your own little mastermind room and just converse live with people on audio, and it's purely audio. It's no cameras, nothing else. So I mean, you don't have to brush your hair or dress up. I mean, I don't have much hair. No, we don't have any hair to really brush, but it's just growing and growing, and you're in rooms with people that you probably never cross paths in a usual sense. I started hosting on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. Central Time, a self-storage investing room. We just did our first one yesterday, and yeah, it turned out well. And we're doing one tomorrow. But just talking to people that have been in it, they're like, just a bunch of knowledge, everybody giving, and meeting people that you would never, come across. I mean, just like we had Mitch Steven in our room yesterday. I knew he was doing self-storage, but I just didn't know to what capacity, because I don't see the guy every day. When he comes to town, I'll see him here and there, but especially now, just everybody's not really meeting. And yeah, the guy, I mean, he has like over 1,300 units, I believe. And it's like, wow. I mean, he's the owner finance guy, the 1,000 houses guy. And now he's 1,000+ unit guy. I mean, he was really dropping a lot of knowledge. And and there was other people that I introduced to him, and they're like, I would have never met Mitch otherwise. Some of the storage people that I know, like in St. Louis, and there's just, or even just the people that you here in Houston locally. I never knew some of the stuff they were talking about when they start introducing themselves, and I've known them for years.
It's so what this is because you see people out there criticizing Clubhouse too, like, oh, it's a waste of time, oh, it's like just another thing, and it's really with everything. It happened with TikTok. Even Facebook was a joke at one point.
Yeah. Internet was a joke too, wasn't it? The internet was a joke at one point.
Internet was a fad. EXP, completely fad. But ultimately what it is when you become that intensely focused on the experience and providing value, they come. They always come. That's what Facebook did. Like, you can like Facebook or not, but they were absolutely focused on making sure that people could be connected in a way that's super, super easy. They did it. Google did that, making anything searchable. Like, they just made the best search engine. Clubhouse is ultimately allowing folks to gather together to have conversations, topical conversations based on whatever you want in a very easy format that's making otherwise people you would never run into. That now you can be connected and have like really, really good conversations.
And then you have the choice to go into it or not go into it. I mean, that's where if people think it's a waste of time, then they don't go into it. I mean, sometimes I just have to get off because.
But they will.
Yeah,
they will. It's like I always have this conversation with people with Facebook. They'll get mad at something. Oh, I'm leaving Facebook. I'm like, no, you're not. Like some might, but by and large, no, you're not. And here's why: because your family's on it, because your friends are on it, because your mom and dad or your grandparents or your kids, they're on it. You're not getting off.
Yeah, you just have to discipline yourself when to, you get in, you get out. It's just like anything else. Sometimes you get a shiny object syndrome where you start veering off, and next thing you know, you're on YouTube watching people doing flips with bicycles in a lake or something. I mean,
that's what you do, right? That's TikTok now, right?
Yeah. So I haven't done much of TikTok. I've seen here and there, but no, it's just a great connection and learning, and you take it or leave it.
Yeah, we were talking earlier. We need to get a show together on Clubhouse soon. Definitely, I've been a consumer of it on a light basis, and I've enjoyed it. But I definitely would like to contribute to the conversation, especially around passive income.
Yeah, I'll join in whatever rooms. If we have common interests, man, I'll be happy to join in, or listen, or whatever, however I can be of help. And they have mindfulness stuff. I mean, my wife is into it. She hasn't really seen Clubhouse that much or heard it, but I told her, they have different topics, and they got a new topic coming out every day. So whatever you're into, you can kind of see if it's on there and see if it kind of fits your interest or personality, and if not, then just go find another room or go do something else.
Yeah.
Just availability. It's really neat.
I love it. All right. So as we wrap up, you have gone from wholesaling and flipping, had your brokerage, sold it, moved over to EXP, super focused on storage units, kind of expanding your operations as fast and far as you can. You're active on social media. Clubhouse is a new favorite hangout. Mm-hmm. Any other things you want to squeeze in there?
No, I mean, there's that's the main stuff that's happening right now. I mean, I got a few other things that I'll probably be announcing as time goes by. I mean, other things that I'm working on. So that I love people's input and help in. So just see what happens. Keep an eye on each other, and wish everybody a best of 2021 and moving forward.
Absolutely, I'm looking forward to working with you. So anyone that wants to talk to Luke about joining his eXp Realty team, reach out to him on social media. That's his website there, lukewong.exprealty.careers, and have a conversation. See if it's right for you. I guarantee you, if you haven't run the financials, if you haven't have a full deep down business discussion and business analysis of how it can impact you, your goals, both now and over the next 5-10 years, you need to, because the conversations I've had with people are like, hey, do you want to know what your number would be? Like what your would be at the end of 2020 had you joined a year ago? It's painful sometimes because they put the money left on the table. But this has been fun. Quick housekeeping, rehacking.com. That's real estate hacking. So rehacking.com. What we have going on, first Tuesday of the month, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time. We're bringing on a panel of guests, talk about a single topic. We're going to be talking about this coming February. We'll be talking about what does your marketing plan need to look like in 2021, and we're going to go into several other follow-up topics with industry leaders in the real estate industry. Looking forward to it. Otherwise, connect with Luke on social media, and it's been fun. Hey, Luke, check out the comments whenever you get back. You have a couple fans in there.
Oh, okay, yeah, I haven't looked at it yet. So, yeah, man, Chris, I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, and yeah, reach out to me. I'll be glad to talk to you about whatever.
Awesome. Looking forward to working with you, man.
All right. Have a good day. See you.